Already know who is this. I am Carlos, the Colombian guy. Welcome to my YouTube channel once again. And in this time, I'm bringing to you guys the updates about the city of Medellin, Colombia. And a 72 years old American got sentenced to 30 years in prison for adult service with minors. He was found guilty and he's gonna spend the rest of his years in a Colombian prison. Let's jump in the article. Let's see this. American arrested in Medellin for taking advantage of multiple minors was sentenced to more than 30 years in prison. At least 5 victims between 13 and 17 years of age were reportedly contacted by the American citizen to whom he offered money to agree to his adult service. At the Jose Maria Cordoba airport in Rio Negro, Antioquia, authorities arrested a 72 years old man named Thomas Michael Reynolds for adult service exploitation of minors in Medellin. The citizen from California, United States, was sentenced to 30 years and 6 months in prison for the crimes of aggravated demand for adult service exploitation of a person under 18 years of age and use a facilitation of means of communication to offer aggravated adult service activities. A criminal judge determined that the foreigner is responsible for locating girls and adolescents in Medellin through social networks and subjecting 5 of them to adult service. According to the prosecution, he maintained online conversations through social networks and offered various sums of money to arrange hang out with them. This person identified himself with different virtual profiles, including Tom Reno, Tom Reynolds, and Tom Reynolds. However, it was established that his real identity was Thomas Michael Reynolds. The investigation that brought this case to light began on September 5 of 2018 with an alert received from the United States authorities where they located a computer in Medellin used to publish adult service and offer hang out with minors on different applications. According to the preliminary investigation between May 2017 and May of 2018, he entered the country 7 times through the Jose Maria Cordoba airport in Rio Negro, Antioquia. It was also evident that during his trip, he stayed in Medellin, located the girls and adolescents, and he has previously contacted and in an exchange for money induced them to this. So far, the prosecutor office is continuing its investigation to identify all the people linked to this. So this is the current situation with this grandpa in Colombia that probably he's gonna spend his last years of life in a Colombian prison, in a Colombian cell. And I know some of you guys probably would say, oh, you know, the age of consent in Colombia is 14 and many other things. But I've been saying this before. The mayor and his people, the government, they don't care about that. They don't care about the age of consent. They don't care about, you know, what you've been hearing. They don't care about, you know, what you Google in, like the age of consent. None of that. Minor is minor at the end of the day in Colombia. You know, if they are 17, you know, it's a problem. If they are like 2 months, month and a half to be 18, it's also a problem too. You gotta wait till they are at least 18 to mess with them, especially if you are afraid. In a lot of cases, you know, like that been seen mostly on the towns, you see like, you know, old people with this girl like 17, 16, but they had to talk to the family. It's not a move that you can make just because you want, just because the age of consent, because they don't care about that. They don't have time to be discussing, you know, the age of consent. You know, if they find you guilty, if they find, you know, something wrong between you and the girl, you're going to go straight to prison no matter what. Because they really protect the minors in Colombia. It doesn't seem like it, but, you know, like minors and women in Colombia are very well protected. You can't mess with women in Colombia like you used to before, because, like you're going to go straight to prison. And with all these things with foreigners, now minors, like, you can make those moves, on your own. I recommend nobody to do that, no tourists to do that, because, it's not really good for you. You're going to hurt a family, and you're going to hurt yourself at the end of the day. Especially in cities like Medellin, that now they've been suffering because of that. And a lot of people, like, they think, like, oh, Colombians, they've been selling the kids. So not the case, that's what really happened. But, all the cases, like, are kids that they are not even from Colombia. I won't say, like, probably which countries they from. But you guys can guess, because, like, I'm not here to try to talk to other people, all the nationalities. None of that. I'm just here to bring, the updates, to bring the news. I'm to give my humble opinion about all these cases. But, like I say, some of the cases, Colombians be doing it. And a lot of these kids, they don't have a family. They belong to the street. They left their house. They are on the street. And they found these people, these people found them, trying to, provide them everything they need. But they just setting up the kids. And unfortunately, they the ones that they get really hurt in majority of this case. Like I said, I always advise my people that are coming to Colombia not to mess with no minors. Like minors, when I say, like, they have to be 18. The girls, talking about the girls, they have to be 18. Like, for you to mess with them, and you won't have a problem in Colombia. But if they are like 17, like 16, you're gonna have a problem. You're gonna have a huge problem, no matter what. And like I say, I know some guys, they've been feeling some type of way, because they say, oh, this is only, about gringos and stuff like that. But anybody in Colombia that made this kind of mistake, depends who you are, you can go to straight to prison. Like I say, if you don't talk to the family of the girl, stuff like that, if you don't try to fix the problem with the girl, like now in Colombia, like they don't really like we bother you for that if you talk to the family. Like I say, if the family know you guys are in a relationship. But if you do things, hiding yourself, like the girls behind you, this is when the problem, it will come up all the time, and you're gonna get really hurt. You're gonna be sent to prison, like the mayor of Medellin say already. We so far, in Cartagena, it's not a lot of cases like that. I know it's been in the table before, but now, like, we are not getting a lot of this case, mostly in Medellin. And the mayor, they would do, like, mayor and his people, they would do whatever they can to send all these people straight to jail. No matter what you say, you can get mad as much as you can. You can complain. You can say this is only for gringos, for foreigners, for whoever, for anybody. But if you do something wrong, which has been said, like messing with a minor, hiding the things by yourself, like kicking with them, like in private and stuff like that, this is a huge problem that you have. I'm not advising nobody to hang out, like just trying to find, a woman with the legal age. That should be less problem, less stress, and you're gonna have a great time. Nobody, I don't know why foreigners, like they've been doing it in Colombia. I don't judge people. Everybody, had their own thinkings. They do what they want. They move how they want. And, I'm not here to judge anybody. But please, do a favor to yourself. These prisons in Colombia are not like the prisons back in your country. It's totally different, and you will see the reality once you get in. You will realize that there is no AC, there is no mattress, there is no pillow. You gotta sleep straight in the floor. They put like 200 people, 300 people in a room like this, pretty small room. So you will regret about what you've been doing in Colombia. A lot of guys, they think because they have money, like they had the privilege to come here and do what they want. And, like the justice has been showing them that things are not like that. And I hope, like all these people that they've been hurting foreigners, all of that, they also pay for what they've been doing. Because like I said, I'm not here to defend Colombians and Colombia. I'm just here to speak facts, say the truth and say, because I know my people, I know they've been doing, some crazy thing. And like I said, I'm not judge. I'm not here to defend. I just kind of speak facts, like say what I felt, what I know, and what I kind of speak about. Because I'm Colombian, I kind of speak about this topic deep. I can go, back and forth, about this topic. And, I know I do my best to try to talk about this. So, guys, I will leave, all the news, all the links at the description of the video. You guys can go there and, check the real news without losing, any details, because you know how YouTube is. So, I don't want to deal with YouTube, none of that. Also, I want to say big up to my friend. He was the one that designed for me the new intro that I would be using for my videos. Thank you so much, brother. You guys can follow him on IG. That's my brother right there. Like, he's been a real one. He's been showing me love, so I really appreciate that. So, guys, thank you so much. Thanks for everything. And again, don't mess with minors in Colombia. Otherwise, you will regret. And you will remind the words that the Colombian guy has been saying in his channel. So, see you soon, y'all. See you next time. This was your boy, Carlos, the Colombian guy. Boom, boom.